Welcome back to the massive YouTube Iceberg Explained Tier 10 1 Part 2 of 2 because I chop it up because it's very long. I tried to watch this in one sitting in the last one, but I think I had something to do. I have no idea. I have like no concept of like what happened in past videos I shoot. I just kind of stay in flow state. Anyways, yeah, man, we're catching up. Let's get it, swag. I don't know when the next episode of this is coming. I feel like it's coming soon, dude. I feel like they're like months apart between episodes, depending on like, unless like the last episodes are pretty long. But yeah, man, let's do this. I'm ready. I got a little quick announcement too. I just wanted to show y'all just in case anyone comes and sees the future episode and is like, bro, what happened? So right here, I privated all of these. This was tier 5-1 and tier 5-2, I think. Or no. Was tier 5 one of the longer ones? Yeah, I don't know, because it says part 3 right there, and I can't remember. I have to go and look. I privated these. If you're curious why you privated these, we'll talk about it right after the break. This is a TV show. Oh, guys, look. It's 11:11. It's 11:11. How beautiful. It is 11:11. I paused the video at 11 seconds when I did that. That's kind of crazy. Guys, I think I'm losing my mind. Again, I know I ask this all the time. My lisp. I'm going to try to talk without my lisp in this episode. Are you ready? I'm going to try to talk to you guys without using my lisp. Tell me how it sounds in the comments. Nah, that's really difficult actually. But okay, I know I ask all the time, which one do you guys like? This one or this one? This one or this one? I can never tell. And also because of like how I have my setup and I haven't been able to move it around in a while, I can't really angle it right where I can get a proper like me in the screen with the video. I have to kind of like lean if you ever see me leaning to the side. But this one I can because it's just centered. And I'm just like, good. But I wonder, I can make myself bigger too. I don't know, guys. I'm just asking. Now, if you are curious as to why I got rid of that part of the iceberg, let me go back to it. Yeah, these parts right here. It's the special guest. It is the special guest. And all I pretty much have to say to that is, you know, c'est la vie. And, you know, all right, let's get it. Untitled.
Untitled.mp4 is a creepypasta video that's not super inventive, to be honest. It's 20 seconds of VH.
I need to do that because I need to be able to hear my surroundings. I feel like
Just glitching, like 3 seconds of this kid playing baseball, and then the rest of the video is a fake error message. And there's not even a screamer at the end. The reason this is significant, if any, is that it was made by Tatsuki of Tats Top Videos. I think Pot of Plant is just a Tats Top Videos fan, which I am too, so, you know. According to Tatsuki herself, the kid at the start was her older cousin, and she admits that the video is pretty shit. Her words, not mine. Speaking of which, she actually commented on the other part of the series where I mentioned her, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. See, oh, what is this ad?
Say g'day to unforgettable Australian views from up here.
I wanted to watch the whole thing because of the mascot, and I was like, why do they have this thick ass kangaroo? But now it makes sense. I was gonna segue into something that I need to not be unhinged. Where was I? The comment of the creator and the Untitled, all of that. That's why I like the Iceberg. That's why I've liked the entire series. And like, I don't know, just to sum it up and not yap too much about this, is that just everyone that gets connected through this sort of like, I don't know, web of so many things, because it's like, and it's a massive iceberg with just so many entries, and you never know who might pop in and be somebody on inside the iceberg, or like, you know, like one of the creators of something, or just the people that know certain tiers of the iceberg, and then everyone kind of comes and collects it. I'm literally obviously just explaining kind of community or like networking within it in simpler terms, but it's just cool how it kind of is like a butterfly effect. It's pretty cool to see other people see their thing and like connect with you or whatever. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. I probably am to some degree.
Around 2012, a video was uploaded to YouTube, apparently leaked against the permission of those featured. It comes from Kohistan, a rather remote region of northern Pakistan, and features 4 women and 1 man dancing and singing along together. At first glance,
why are videos like this so freaking low res, dude?
this video seems fairly innocent, the only truly offensive thing being the video quality. However, an important thing to note is that Kohistan is a very hyper-conservative place. Conservative by Pakistani standards, I might add. Since this region is remote and rural, laws are not enforced by the main Pakistani government or police. Instead, each tribe has their own jirga, or council of leaders, that have their own set of rules in place. And many rules are being broken in this video of...
Yeah, because that just sounds like a bad mix. That just sounds like a terrible mix for things. Just on the side of like, you know, when I hear own rules and stuff, I'm a gamer. So you know what I think of? Well, before I think of reality, but or at least this reality is Fallout. And how all the Fallout vaults were basically experiments. And each Fallout vault had a different fucked up scientific experiment that was going on. That's what I look at when it's like each Fallout vault had their own jirga. You get what I'm saying?
Men and women dancing and singing. For one, the women were all from different tribes, and interacting with members of other tribes is strictly forbidden. Not to mention, these men and women were unmarried, and yet they were in the same room as each other. Plus, women aren't even allowed to leave their house in this region. So yeah, they were breaking a lot of rules by existing in the same space as each other and being happy. Dishonor had been brought to the participants' families, and thus they decided that they had to be put to death. The video...
Bro, that is crazy.
Was allegedly filmed in 2010, however wouldn't become public knowledge until May 2012. In June 2012, the case would reach international attention when Afzal Kohistani, the elder brother of the man in the video, accused the tribe Jirga of murdering the girls and asked the Supreme Court of Pakistan for justice to be brought. Government officials were sent to the small village, and there they found the girls alive, so the case was dismissed. However, Afzal asserted that the women shown to the officials had been imposters and that the real girls have long since been dead. He asked for the girls to show up in court and was denied. Meanwhile, in the village, 3 of Afzal's brothers had been murdered and his home firebombed. Finally, he himself was murdered in 2019. And then after all of that, 3 men were convicted on life sentences for murdering the 3 girls in the video. Yeah, that's a lot to take in, especially for such an innocuous video. It just goes to show the struggle many people in certain parts of the world face to gain basic rights like being able to go outside and hang out with friends.
But yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I don't want to like end up on any more gang stalking or stuff because again, you guys see me, I'm completely psychologically okay. I may be a little kooky and spiritual in here and there, but I'm completely cognizant. But what I'm saying is like, do you not? Okay, I'm just saying the power is in the people, especially here in America, which I just wish a little bit more people realize that. In places like that, I am not saying it is easy to get up and try to fight for rights. Like, look at what just happened. Look at the aftermath of that. The dude knew, I'm pretty sure probably everybody knew who he was trying to get involved with, figuring out who, you know, off the girls. And like, look at the result of that. Like, that's a real government you cannot question. But what's scary about that is not saying, okay, I don't want to yap forever. All I just want to say is the power is with us, man. And man, I'm telling you, if people wanted to just boycott some stuff, like literally could influence everyone to do it, oh, you can make some pretty big waves. Because there's a lot of power in numbers, I just want to say. So I just am like, a lot of the world needs to wake up so we can get like this whole collective new earth going. Let's go. Let's get it going. That's why I say always put your thoughts and prayers to a more positive timeline, bro. Because some people don't think that's energy. But man, look into quantum physics. I don't know. I just shoot that out there instead of trying to
Big Money
explain
T
it.
is a now deleted YouTube channel
Big
run
Money
by
T.
48-year-old Texas native Trent Pascal. While there's not a whole lot of information out there about what kind of videos he would normally upload to his channel, we do know about his previous channel, which was just Trent Pascal 1681, which seems to feature cute baby videos from your average dad. That being said, one video in particular, his final video on the Big Money T channel, uploaded in 2020, stuck out for fairly obvious reasons. In this video, which seems to be addressed to his daughter Mackenzie Pascal, he apologizes to her, saying that he didn't want to do this, but her mother forced his hand. Apparently, Trent's wife had cheated on him, and in response, he had to do something. Many saw this video, and their first assumption was obviously that they filed for divorce, which makes this pretty sad and maybe a bit uncomfortable to watch as a random viewer, because, like, I don't need to see this, man. This is something that should be kept private. And yeah, he probably should have kept this video private. As it would turn out, what he would actually do was much, much worse.
We're in the Satan tier, right? Or satanic tier. It doesn't surprise me anymore that there's going to be some crazy shit. So let's hear what Mr. Big Money T has done.
Before he filmed and uploaded this video, he would approach his wife, Savannah Pascal, with a loaded handgun and murder her. That key detail obviously makes this video a lot worse, since he's clearly trying to paint himself as the victim in this situation, and even pretends to cry, though no tears actually come out. After this video's upload, an investigation was launched into Trent Pascal, who just admitted to murder with his full name on the largest video sharing platform on the planet. As you might imagine, it took less than 24 hours for the man to be cornered by police in a Walmart. They opened fire on him after he threatened to use the same handgun he killed his wife with on them. However, he would survive the altercation and be placed behind bars. Strangely, though, the Texas court would allow him to be bailed out of prison on $250,000 bond, provided he wears an ankle monitor and shows up to court hearings. Shortly after he was returned to his home, he sawed his ankle bracelet off his leg and fled his home. He was on the run for months before eventually being identified in an RV park in Florida. When the police walked up to his window, they heard a gunshot. He had taken his own life. In my mind, Trent Pascal will forever go down as one of the most evil people to ever hold a YouTube channel.
Anyone watching this video, it's never worth it. It is never worth it. You know, like, I say love because love is free. You know, put your heart out there. But understand, with that type of love that comes with this life, is there's just a risk of heartbreak. You got to go in knowing that you could get your heart broken. But that's what makes love, and I mean, embarking on any journey, really, really exciting in a way. If someone does you wrong, I'm telling you from so much experience, it is so much better to be able to not give that person energy anymore, because you're paying attention. Pay attention. It's a currency. It's a currency. You're paying them mind. To absolutely just divorce or cut things off, and I know divorce is a lot of paperwork, bro. I heard a lot that a lot of people don't get married to the person they actually like. You got to make sure this person is your friend and so much more, and just have such a deep involved connection if you're going to get married. I feel like people get married because they get scared of, like, I don't want to be alone, or I can't find anyone, or they just settle, or whatever. It's like, find a person that really embodies the same values and things that you do, because I'm sure there were signs. Unless, you know, I know people are not that simple. Trust me, I'm that one person that knows that. But just again, there are usually just signs or something that shows you it's off. So I feel bad. But also, I don't feel bad for, like, him taking someone's life, because it is never that serious to take someone's life if, like, you know, I don't know how long they were together or whatever. I don't even know if Swag said it, because, like, sometimes the shock of what is revealed fucking completely just erases everything I heard, because I want to make a point on the main thing that's going on. But it's never worth it, dude. If someone cheats, the best thing you could do is just forever take your attention away from them. But obviously there was something a little bit crooked in him, and I again, personal experience in my life, heard some people do some wild things due to love. So maybe he wasn't like that, actually like a you know, evil dude at heart, but that shit just pushed him over the edge. But I don't know. That kind of shows that something underlying was going on also. Don't know if he was all the way there up here. But man, just take the heartbreak and stand up, because it is so much more powerful to let that person know you're still around and you're healing and you're moved on, and they have to sit with someone they hurt, and they have to sit with that. Trust me. I've had, you know, and not to say, I don't want to say like, I'm not saying this, well, okay, I'll say this, because we've been good since a long time ago, years, when I seen her and I ran into her in the store. But there was like my ex from high school. We were kind of like on and off or whatever. She had cheated on me. Only person I've ever been cheated on in a relationship, and it was such a new thing for me. I was like, wow. And it was crazy because her family loved me, etc. Her younger brother, sister, whatever. So to do that to someone, when I ran into her in the store, she was literally like, wow, I thought you hated me. I was like, I can never hate a person, because it's like, in my heart, everyone has free will to a certain degree or whatever. I don't want to get into the whole metaphysical higher concepts that I'm into sort of thing with it, but you can't control someone's choices, you know? So anyways, I like to speak about these things because I like love, and I can't believe people are pushed to do shit like this. Like, I don't know, that kind of shows me that in that scenario, there's way more context to what's going on. I think he may have had something wrong with him. But if you're ever in those situations and a lot of feelings come up because of love, heartbreak, the best thing you can do if it's someone doing it to you is just remove yourself from the scenario. Do what you got to do. No more. Cut energy off. That shit will tear a person apart. Sometimes be careful, because if you're dealing with someone crazy, that will fucking have them go and do some crazy shit. So also be careful. Doesn't it suck that you got to say this in this world? But if you attract someone that's like you and you're not crazy, I don't know, maybe you don't have to worry about this. But just be careful out there, man. You never fully know someone, but then also don't be afraid to trust. Don't let this be the example of marriage. Jimmy
Maximum is an obscure YouTube channel created in 2016. This channel has over 30,000 videos, and a lot of them are this strange net art kind of stuff, amalgamating several videos into one. I would have a bit more to say about this channel, as I actually do fuck with these videos quite a bit, but it's nothing we haven't seen on the Iceberg so far. Global Worldwide, an entry back in tier 6, has videos exactly like this, and came a bit before. Global Worldwide was revealed to be an art project by a web designer named Luis Corral, who scraped a bunch of random YouTube videos and mass-produced these videos with some kind of a script. I can only assume that Jimmy Maximum, with its incredibly similar style, is either Luis Corral himself or someone using his script. For some reason, though, Jimmy Maximum uses Temple OS footage, like, a lot. I have no explanation why.
Temple OS. I have no explanation why. Pac-Man.
1AU is a channel created in 2011, and it's just fucking cool. The videos on this channel all came out in late 2014 and 2015, and I think they're supposed to be music videos for various songs, or they're just edits. The channel doesn't really describe itself in any meaningful way.
That just activated my government CIA chip that's like in my fucking brain. Dude, that was like on the fucking
channel
eyeballs.
Description, no video descriptions, and hell, the video titles themselves don't really reveal much either. But god, are these videos cool. Most of them are basically just compilations of random videos thrown together set to cool, like, chillwave, vaporwave, utopian virtual, whatever virtual. Genres are a social construct, but there's such an indescribable atmosphere to it all. It's not exactly vaporwave, and it's not exactly the ever so popular Y2K aesthetic either, but it feels like something entirely unique. Explaining it here couldn't possibly do it justice. I fully recommend you go look up this channel for yourself and just look at the pretty videos.
That's cool.
At Planet Fitness,
I swear I've seen that video, but I don't know.
There's a number of ways.
At Planet Fitness. Oh, by the way, this is a good like point in the video to stop and be like, I'm gonna go back and watch the Iceberg like 5 videos, or talk or make videos based on them to sum them up for like special episodes I don't know when I'll get around to it, but I'm gonna do it because those were some of my favorite, like Matthew Mercer being in the Iceberg right there. I forgot what the mention of him was because that was like months ago, but you know, I think that was a really one of my favorite periods of the Iceberg, and I think it was like some of the longest ones. I just can't remember, but you know, point is, I'm going to do something with those videos so they're not just meh. I might unlist them possibly so people who like them still have them, but I just got to get around to figuring out what I'm going to do. I'm kind of like thinking about other content ideas or stay doing like reaction commentary stuff, game, I don't know. I've always done a mix, so maybe just get like my volume of videos going out again. Pac-Man Spider-Man videos.
Pac-Man Spider-Man videos. You know, you'll probably be shocked to hear this, but I need to give a bit of additional context to this one before I delve into it further. So, there's this channel on YouTube called Antonio Palmucci. This dude is an animator who has been on YouTube since...
Okay, Antonio Palmucci. Hang on, I have to pause real quick. I just realized, actually, I might just say screw it and leave the part 5 up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's kind of what the series meant to me. And that's why I also like... I don't know. I'm not going to yap to you guys. It's okay. Antonio Palmucci.
2012 with his first video, Pac-Man 3D, being uploaded of March
I think
of
I've
that
seen
year.
this.
This guy's videos are pretty weird, actually. Most of them are titled something like Pac-Man versus a certain character. Like there's Pac-Man versus Super Mario, Pac-Man versus Minions, Pac-Man versus Sonic, and so on and so forth. They all have this unique design for Pac-Man. I get that there's not much to go off of from the original arcade game, but I think the decision to give him angry eyes and sharp teeth is not exactly what I think of when I think Pac-Man, but I mean, it's definitely inspired. Characters in this series will be placed in this maze, the same maze that seems to be made out of default textures. They'll usually have a model that's just slightly off, and they'll always be running around in this default running animation. And whenever Pac-Man is on screen, there's this weird remix that plays that's just like all build up. Like with these kind of remixes, you'd expect there to be like an epic bass drop or something, but it's just the same thing the entire time. I don't really know how to describe why I find these videos so funny. There's just this kind of uncanny valley factor to all of them that's very entertaining to me. Also, some of these older videos just randomly have AI art thumbnails for seemingly no reason. I'm not personally one of those people that will start typing up a Twitter thread on why you shouldn't support Antonio Palmucci, the Pac-Man animation guy, but like, couldn't you have at least generated AI art that has Pac-Man in it? Like, the video is called Crash Bandicoot versus Pac-Man, and the thumbnail is just Crash, running through a vaguely Crash Bandicoot looking area. Now, with all that context out of the way, the Iceberg still says Pac-Man Spider-Man videos, right? Antonio Palmucci doesn't have any videos that include Spider-Man, or at least that I know of. However, another YouTuber, Levin Marino, definitely does. Now, I'm gonna play a clip from one of Levin Marino's videos, and tell me if you notice something.
Dunkin' $6 meal deal.
Wait, so this is like a literal genre? Like, I'm saying like so much. I'm just super confused right now. This is actually like a genre.
Now, with all that context out of the way, the Iceberg still says Pac-Man Spider-Man videos, right? Antonio Palmucci doesn't have any videos that include Spider-Man, or at least that I know of. However, another YouTuber, Levin Marino, definitely does. Now, I'm gonna play a clip from one of Levin Marino's videos, and tell me if you notice something. You might notice that this is literally just an Antonio Palmucci video, but his iconic and unique Pac-Man design was made into Spider-Man for some reason. This is essentially what most of his content is, just being Antonio Palmucci animations that play out exactly the same way, but the characters have slightly different models, and Pac-Man is also Spider-Man. Although sometimes he's unmasked, and you can very clearly tell that it's the Antonio Palmucci Pac-Man. It's funny because it's so obvious what it is. Even people in the comments have pointed it out. Wait, did he give the comment a heart?
He gave the comment a heart. So what I was gonna say, are they the same person, or friends or something that's just like, yo, just let's just do the same thing and see if we could profit? Like, you know, you never know.
What is going on? I also found Din Ray, which seems to also do the same thing as Levin Marino, just take Antonio Palmucci's formula and make Pac-Man Spider-Man sometimes, and that's probably not even all the channels. I don't get it. These videos across all three of these channels get hundreds of millions of views. I get that kids' videos get a disproportionate boost in views compared to the normal videos because babies are unemployed, but do kids these days really still fuck with Pac-Man like that? And if they do, wouldn't they fuck with this Pac-Man, or hell, even this Pac-Man more? Who even knows at this point?
Oh my gosh.
RRR is a pretty strange YouTube channel that was created in 2013. This, at least to me, seems to be...
Is that like a clownfish or whatever it is? That freaking cursed wool clownfish thing has me weak right now, dude. What is that? Like, is that an actual, like, plushie that has existed, dude? Nah, man. I can't. What do you see? I see you seeing me. Yes, I am looking inside of you like a plunger.
One of those channels that people discovered and initially thought it to be an ARG. However, on closer inspection, it seems to be a shitpost channel, possibly created by a friend group. The videos are definitely bizarre. Like, take a look at Les Chats Noirs 2. It's pretty fire, but also definitely a shitpost.
Well, it's good to get normal.
321 is a video uploaded by Magiczny Świat Ani. The channel seems to be a...
I kind of hope this era of YouTube comes back a little bit. I remember seeing a video that someone said, like, nostalgia or whatever it is you like the way you felt back at the time, but you don't actually miss the time or something like that. I'm going to come out and say it right now. No, I think, and I don't speak for everyone, but I should right now. No, but with a lot of the 2000s nostalgia, I think a lot of us really do want to turn back the clock. I think a lot of features have definitely, like, of course, you know, with things that get better over time, a lot of YouTube's stuff still quite broken here and there, but has refined over time. I do miss this sort of era where you just post any shit, like anything can kind of, and we're still in that era where anything can really go viral. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Don't you kind of miss these days of just like straight up a lot of just shit posting and weird shit? It's almost like the modern internet, the modern day internet brain rot type stuff. Because it's like, it is pretty cool, like Swag said.
Polish ARG showing a missing person character named Anna Slowinska. However, since this Iceberg only mentions the video and not the channel, that means I don't have to do any more research into this ARG. And yeah, this video is pretty creepy. At least there's no jump scare at the end, which I totally expected was going to happen.
You want to see some
Peacock!
Joe Pacini was a vlogger on YouTube who was clearly mentally unstable. He has only 3 videos on his channel, and each of them are interesting. In the first one, Sarah Bareilles, Joe Pacini, FBI ordered hit on me. He explains how he's obsessed with the singer Sarah Bareilles and considers her his twin flame soulmate. He then goes on to explain that the CIA wants him dead and that he was locked up in prison under false pretenses, serving 2 life sentences in an insane asylum.
You see what I'm saying? I'll talk about twin flames and soulmate stuff. You always got your people. That's all I'll say.
This clearly did not happen. In reality, Joe Pacini had received a non-threatening voicemail from a detective regarding an incident in LA Fitness where two men, one of which possibly being Joe, got into a verbal or even physical altercation. Again, not a super threatening voicemail, just kind of wanted to talk to him, right? Well, in Joe's mind, these officers wanted to kill and torture him. Clearly, the dude had a ton of police-related paranoia, which is honestly pretty fair, but probably not to this extent. Moreover, he was calling on his celebrity crush to save him from the situation. With her influence, she could publish a statement about the horrible things the CIA wanted to do to Joe, and he would be saved. She'd be like his guardian angel or something. Granted, Sarah Bareilles doesn't even know who this guy is. In his final video, he leaves a voice message to the detective where he tells him to watch his YouTube videos, as well as telling him to meet in the same LA Fitness. This was paired with vaguely threatening statements from Joe, which obviously was a dumb idea, because now the police are actually angry at him, while they weren't before. He left his house at the same time he mentioned in the voicemail, and police started trailing him. He slammed his car into one of theirs, and then the police opened fire on him, killing him from inside his car. The case was pretty controversial, as many feel the police didn't take the necessary amount of care when dealing with a mentally ill person. It's clear that he had some form of schizophrenia, and believed he was being gang-stalked, when he was only being accused of a minor crime. Not even accused actually, just investigated. To this day, we still don't even know if he was involved in the altercation at the LA Fitness.
That's wild.
Loera MX is a Mexican YouTuber with around 5,000 subscribers. His content mainly focuses on business and finance stuff, as well as motivational speaking. You know, ways to save money, starting businesses, stuff like that. Language barriers kind of beating my ass here, but he definitely seems like one of those grind set entrepreneur grifter type channels.
Yeah.
As it would turn out though, he wasn't very good at making money, at least not by legal means. Instead, around February 2018, in the Mexican state of Chihuahua, German, with the help of 5 other men, would kidnap.
I thought it was going this way because of the past entries. The one like guy who was a YouTuber who they, you know, from the was this tier, right? Just a previous like level. Wait, no. Tier 10. Oh shoot. I'm so slow. And I made a mistake, and maybe someone's gonna call me out for it. So hopefully get here. This isn't the satanic tier. This is the like cosmic tier, right? Because the universal background. Whoops. That other thing I said meant to be, I meant to mention, fuck. Damn. I don't even know where I did that in the video because I just be in flow. Crap. Well, mistakes were made. Someone may call me out. In the other tier, which I think was tier 9, was another, right, like Mexican YouTuber that like took tourists or something and like chopped them up. I don't know what it was. Jeepers. So I knew this was going in this direction.
Kidnapped 33-year-old Talia Denise, keeping her locked up in a home he rented out. He kept her hostage, demanding 2 million pesos in Bitcoin, equivalent to around $100,000. She was rescued by police 2 days later, and German was sentenced to 50 years in prison.
50 years is crazy. Bro, 50 years is like the end of your life, bro. I can't even imagine serving 50 years right now. I'd get out when I'm 70, bro. Bro, you would get out? Oh my gosh, you would get out and the world would just be different, bro. I don't even know if it would still be around.
Natural Selector 89, along with Sturmgeist 89, were the YouTube channels of Pekka-Eric Auvinen, a Finnish high schooler who was the perpetrator of the Jokela High School shooting in 2007, which was the second school shooting in the history of Finland.
We are getting these this far into the tier still? I mean, that's pretty good to hear Finland, like, it was the second school shooting in Finland, not, like, good, but you know how in America, it seems like that's all that goes on. It's just a normal day to be ready for a school shooting.
His YouTube channel was, well, honestly, it was what you'd expect from a future school
Humanity is overrated.
shooter. His videos would focus around violent events such as
That's not funny.
the obvious
I mean, that's funny. Never mind. Y'all get what I'm saying. It's like an ironic.
one, Columbine, and others such as the Tokyo Sarin attack and the 2003 bombing of Iraq. He was super
Also, they literally all have the same traits and same interests. So it's like to see who's Oh my gosh.
Were edgy and had some kind of a fixation on these atrocities. When people fixate on these kinds of things, especially mass shootings, people will often get worried, as many mass shooters were inspired by those before them. TJ Kirk, better known as the Amazing Atheist, even tried to warn people at the time, as he made a video telling authorities to investigate his list of accounts that were quote-unquote Columbine fans and things of that nature. Pekka's final video was coverage of the very school shooting that he would commit, titled Jokela High School Massacre, November 7th, 2007. You know, the worst thing about this is that he himself would actually go on to inspire people, including Matti Juhani Sari, another Finnish shooter who was thought to have been influenced by Pekka, and thus the cycle continues. Pekka was one of the first YouTubers turned mass murderers. If you want more info on the case, go check out The First YouTube Killer by Haunted Autopsy.
How is this a thing? Bro,
Mike National is a YouTuber with over 100 videos and has been on the platform since 2013. However, easily his most popular videos are his vlogs in Dudleytown, an abandoned settlement in northwestern Connecticut that hasn't been inhabited since America was still under British rule. A local rumor states that Dudleytown is haunted thanks to a curse put on by the Dudley family, the founding residents of the...
Why does he look like he's... Why does he look like that?
quote-unquote town. The curse was apparently...
Why is he doing that, bro? Like Swegwin narrating over there. I'm so distracted by the video in the background. He, and then he's like, "Come here, little puppy."
Responsible for crop failures, mental illness, and violent deaths that plagued the town, eventually wiping out all of its residents. The real story is that the area just kind of sucks for building a town since it's so far away from drinking water, so people just left. The rumor has since been spread following the advent of the internet to the point where...
No, it's so much interesting having a crazy story concocted around why it's like a ghost town.
It's now one of the most iconic, haunted locations in all of New England. In an interview, Hollywood actor and Ghostbuster Dan Aykroyd even claimed Dudleytown, Massachusetts to be the most haunted place on Earth. Just to reiterate, it's in Connecticut, not Massachusetts. He forgot where it is, I think. As a Massachusetts resident myself, people in New England fucking love doing this shit. I can't count the number of times I've visited a state forest or something, and then looked it up later to only find out it's apparently haunted because someone might have died there like 300 years ago. I can't even hate on it though. It does numbers for the region's whole aesthetic. Anyways, we're
a Massachusetts resident. How is Massachusetts? I
Where we-
always hear about it like in conversations here and there, but I don't know, like because of I don't know, object permanence, or because I don't pay attention to it much. I feel like Massachusetts is like a backrooms level to me. Have I even drove through Massachusetts? I don't know if I have. I feel like I have. I gotta look at if I have.
Mike National uploaded some videos going to Dudleytown, and you might be fooled into thinking he's a mentally ill person since he's shirtless in the forest and talking about ghosts. It's kind of what I assumed given the general theme of this part of the iceberg, but as it would turn out, he's not mentally ill, he's just from Connecticut. His videos are entertaining though, and he tells stories about his encounters, and he's quite a charismatic guy, apparently being an actor and comedian as described in his description. Cool channel.
Yeah, okay, like it's funny, like this might sound weird, but it's like the one guy I actually mimic in the iceberg happens to be the mentally sane dude, which is what I'm kind of saying about me, because I be tweaking in these videos. I don't know how you guys are watching me. I say some wild shit sometimes, but like kookier stuff, spiritual. I kind of don't go off. I don't go unhinged because of YouTube stuff. Like sometimes I'll be wanting to say some real wild stuff and just be authentically me, but I can't to a degree. This feels like a confessional. Like I'm saying I'm chill, but I'll say some wild stuff, and it would probably have you cracking up, but it's like, oh no, don't get me canceled. But it's funny because like I wouldn't normally do that, but he felt like the guy to do it. Maybe that was intuition, and then he's just a normally sane guy. And I think I did that because I could see myself in him doing that same shit. People call me a really charismatic person, so like oddly him just being recording shirtless in the forest felt like some fucking antics I would do. But I don't know. Like I said, if my videos on the channel start becoming weird, remember the massive YouTube Iceberg explained is where you started hearing it first. Because I think I hinted at it a long time ago. I built a sort of like reputation for what I do in my commentary and stuff, and like what I talk about and what I yap about, and even like the things I watch. But I'm almost like wanting to come out and just shock you guys and turn into my own ARG. Like I'm the ARG itself. Like, was it a character the whole time? Is he actually this? I don't know. The Iceberg I love this. I love the Iceberg. Anyways, let's go. Let's continue. I'm trying to figure out, there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, it's because I kept thinking about editing out that Fortnite ad. That's why I was stuck.
Making a real PC gaming chair from car seat is a fucking insane video. It was uploaded in 2019 by Emirati YouTuber Azul.
Let me guess, this fucking absolute engineering genius put the PC parts in a gaming chair.
At first glance, it seems pretty normal, and I was almost questioning why it's here on this Iceberg. It's a standard vlog of this guy taking a seat out of a car and transforming it into a PC gaming chair, as the title would suggest. However, something becomes very clear when you take a look at the car he's getting the seat from. Dude? He says he got this car by taking it apart manually, but one look at it tells you that's so clearly not the case. The front of the car is completely gone, and the windshield is cracked and littered.
Yeah, it's got like, the windshield literally got bullet holes in it. What?
With bullet holes. It seems pretty clear that this car was taken from some violent shootout and crash. He shows the seat on video before he cleans it, and I don't think that's dirt. I think that seat
Crusted blood? Whoa.
is stained with dried up blood. Not only is that a ridiculously disturbing thought, since someone fucking died on this seat and they're making a stupid gamer chair out of it.
Oh, this is odd. I see, man. If he knew this, like, okay, I mean, how do you not know? It, like, okay, so I'm just gonna go to the assumption that he knows. To have this prior knowledge of what happened in this damn chair, bro, and then still do this, it's so odd to me, bro. I don't know. It's a weird flex, but okay.
But it's also really gross and probably a biohazard. So how did this guy even get a hold of a car that was destroyed in such way?
Well, it seems like he works at like some sort of like junkyard, car junkyard or something like that. I mean, that kind of seems normal. Like, I'm assuming, like, unless, like, I don't know. And I think you said the video was in Dubai or something, or that's where this is? Or I don't know, because I'm over here being stupid when I pause and, like, I lose train of thought for some reason.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that he just found it like this in a junkyard, given that he seems pretty nonchalant about it. I'm shocked at the implication that police just dumped the car in a junkyard after cleaning up the crime scene.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Unless if the cops, if like there was some sort of cleaner, that's my upload alarm, but if there was some sort of cleaner, they dumped the car.
Well, cleaned up is a strong word, but I also have zero idea on how Dubai and Emirati law relates to that kind of thing. Still though, could he not have found a better car to do this with? Like, were there literally no other cars in the junkyard?
Give me 1 sec. I need to eat. Sorry guys, I paused again.
I know Dubai's got a bunch of cars. It's what they're known for. It can't be too hard.
That's true.
In Australia.
That was actually one of the coolest entries so far. And we've got this we got this kangaroo. Why are we getting...
Today's the start of everything.
Why am I getting these? You want to know what's so funny about getting these? I always say, because for some reason, a small but pretty large percentage of my audience on my channel was Australian in the beginning, even live streams. And that could be due with how I posted my videos or whatever the case is. I just got a Gmail. Please don't tell me that this is like the Australian ads. Oh, it's malware bites. But, but you know how like the algorithm, our phones, everything's always listening. So then you talk about something and it pops up. Like I saw the Gmail pop up and I'm like, okay, we're going to Australia apparently. But I mean, with how things are sounding, I don't know. But I always say that like Australia and like my Australian part of like my base of people that watch me, the demographic, I really fucking fuck with Australians, dude. I don't know. I feel like their humor, everything, they're just raw, really down to earth people. At least from all the ones I've met and you know, have met through my channel, especially with like Cracker Milk. Those dudes were like the first big like YouTubers to subscribe to me. So like they're hella funny. And I remember when I watched one of their videos that got sent to me, they were like, I was like, yeah, if you want me to take down the video, I don't mind. I used to say that a lot in the beginning of my videos. I'm going to start saying that again, way more to preface, because I don't know, some people I think ignore it, but I've never really had any issues with that, or really anyone, which I'm grateful for. I've usually had other people, Swag knows this, other people offended for the fucking creators of the video. It's so annoying, but I'm not really bothered by it. But all that to say, and come back on point because my mind is very chaotic. Yeah, man, love Australian peeps, dude. I don't know, my Australian peeps is what I always say. Some of the coolest people I've met in the beginning of my YouTube journey and like on Twitch all the time. I don't know. I don't know. Love that. So now I'm getting these ads because I feel like the fucking ads are being targeted at me. Here we go, man.
Good adventure. Yep, it's amazing. I see kangaroos.
Me too.
What is this? Say good day. Hold on. Was I paused the whole time I explained that? I have to go back and look at the footage. No. Bro, I don't know what is going on with my recording today. I don't know. I'm tripping. It's always, it's always when I come back.
I don't get Scalar 300. This channel is another German one, and I think it's like...
I think I was about to say too, also somewhere in that brain mush of shit was, I see why this like kind of end of the iceberg was your favorite. So like I'm kind of interested in all these too.
Like,
I think every single one I've seen right here is solid, is pretty solid.
A vlogging channel of some kind. Again, language barriers kind of beating my ass, but most of their videos, they're showing off these stuffed animals. Like in this one, these two are narrating their adventures in this garden. It seems pretty normal, made for kids probably. Another video, they're showing off these little rabbit figurines in their garden. To be honest, whatever this is, I think this is the closest we're gonna get to one of those gnome channels I was talking about. Well, besides Noggin, of course. See, look, this one even has garden gnomes.
I'm gonna like make the thumbnail so like well, I mean, the tier hasn't been too crazy with level of dark stuff in it, but I'm gonna make the thumbnail in this one seem like it's just completely normal and nothing dark is in this video or in this part of the iceberg.
Are these even gnomes? They're like elves, aren't they? Or like Santas. They have a lot more videos about various forest and garden features, and there's even Homer Simpson. The channel seems to be run by a family, judging from this child that shows up in some of these videos. The more recent videos are a bit more weird though. There's slideshows of random photos they've taken, usually including this Donald Duck plush alongside word art captions. The audio is always some random EDM song accompanied with audio of people giving public speeches in German. Sometimes it's even audio of the most infamous German speech giver.
So much is happening here, bro.
Krank im Geist.
I don't actually know if that's him, but it definitely sounds like it. Scalar 300 is one of the only entries where I'm completely lost. The videos are weird, but I don't really have an explanation to why they're like this. I don't even know where Potted Plant found this to begin with, as I can't find any Reddit threads on it or anything. Upon closer inspection though, as in asking my German friend what they think of it, it seems what they're saying in these videos is that they don't like religion and Christianity. Despite themselves being religious, I guess their idea is that they're not a fan of modern Christianity and want to return people to good Christianity. They specifically say Jesus without the stupid shit, and apparently one of the good ways to practice Christianity is Nazism. I mean, they have Hitler voice clips littered throughout their videos, and they even have a couple Sieg Heils thrown in there, which is not a saying that means much else nowadays besides, you know, Hitler stuff, even in German. Some of the captions appear to talk about how the Christian God is a Nazi and wants to do the Holocaust, so that's cool. Every 5 seconds on these videos, you'll see these satire things pop up. Liking Hitler is outright illegal in Germany, so they have to say over and over again that it's satire, even though it probably isn't satire. And that might explain why the videos are so weird, too. If you coat everything in a layer of absurdity, it no longer seems like your actual opinions. Or this guy is just weird, I don't know.
That's actually very, very true. I see.
How a cybersecurity attack
Coat it in a layer of obscurity, and it does kind of look like you're just like for shits and giggles.
Oh, Jesus. Spudroosi Army? This might be the most obscure thing on the entire Iceberg that I've actually heard of before I ever even started this series. How do I start talking about this?
Yeah, about Spudroosi. That kind of sounds like you know, like Badusi. All right, I need to stop.
Spudroosi was a quote-unquote content, quote-unquote creator.
Or like, you know, that one song that smell like Badusi. Oh, bro, my brain, dude.
Who gained popularity around 2013 for these videos he would make that are definitely of their time period.
Hello guys, Spudroosi here. This is my 50 sub special Q&A video. And by the way, that's my huge mansion in the background.
Utilizing this persona, which is, well, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Like a,
it looks like sort of like this is one of the Tyler the Creator's characters, and then like it's like just like mixed up, like mashed up with something else or something along the lines of that.
photoshopped little boy edited to be a pimp, I think. He would rise to the small amount of fame he had by commenting on videos by popular YouTubers such as Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie. These comments would be pretty justified constructive criticism, comparing their talents to that of his own, and giving advice on how they can improve their videos to be as standout as his. What he lacked in spelling skills, he made up for in his ability to make people upset. He would make entire videos disparaging popular YouTubers, and while nowadays it's very easy to tell if these videos are jokes, it clearly wasn't easy for people a decade ago. Jesus Christ, these videos are a decade old. However, there were still a lot of people who recognized these videos as ironic. Spudroosi maintained a small but loyal fan base known as the Spudroosi Army. Army intentionally spelled with an IE instead of a Y. Misspelling things intentionally was just the funny thing to do back then. This whole Spudroosi Army thing turned into a handful of channels that would do the same bit as the man himself. Some of their videos would just be making fun of popular YouTubers and their fans.
Pooper fart and welcome to Pooper fart and welcome to How Stupid is Sky Does Minecraft. 1. Very stupid. 2.
Such
very stupid.
This is the early form of fucking brain rot, dude. Wow, bro.
3. The stupidest. If you guessed 1, you're obviously an idiot, because it was all of the above. Better luck next time and never play again.
That was the best video ever. I think we should all subscribe because it was so great. I love this guy and I agree that Sky does Minecraft and Captain Fardles does suck and you can't spell butter without but. Thank you so much, Beef Jerky.
I am the creator of YouTube. Thank you so much.
Bro, I like literally feel myself dying inside.
For making videos on our website. I will now give you YouTube monies. Thank you so much. I love you.
While some would be...
Swag, you wanted us to live through that torture, bro. I'm never getting that oh shoot, 1 sec. I'm never getting that small amount of time of my life back.
More out there.
Bro, what is this? Yo, dude, stop.
It was truly some of the most low-effort content out there, and what was funny about it was that people coming in from the hater comments would post angry things and mass dislike what was Without context, just a video of some guy singing to a shitty mic about, like, cheesy burritos or something.
Are you liking son?
Dog, 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 woof, 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 cheese burrito, cheese burrito.
The Spudroosi Army wiki, which only exists in code form as it was taken down years ago, classifies it as a trolling organization that would parody not only popular YouTubers, but also mid-2010s internet culture as a whole. You know, YOLO swag, obey clothing, 420 blaze it, and related topics. Now, something you might be wondering right now is why I give as much of a shit about this community as I do. I mean, sure, it's on the Iceberg, I'm gonna have to talk about everything on here eventually, but I will say that this entry has a very, very special place in my heart. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be ending off the video with a more obscure, slightly funnier, and far less antagonistic version of the YouTube troll police. The real reason is that this community, this subculture, this organization, whatever you want to call it, was actually something I myself was a part of.
I said it in my head, bro, and I wanted to say it out loud. I was like, don't tell me he's gonna say that he was a part of it, dude. Oh man, I knew it was coming, bro. Also, I wanted to say that, by the way, I have to get this out. No, actually. No, I was gonna make it a joke and act like I was like really offended, but I just can't get mad at comments. It's so interesting to see the split perception of different people. Well, no, the different perspectives of people who see your channel who have never seen it before. When I did the one series, a lot of people were fucking amazed that I predicted like some of the stuff that was gonna happen in the show. Maybe even the one creator himself, because he's commented a few times and liked my videos. But I don't know. There's just something with how I do things or why I like watching things or commentating. But even though sometimes it feels like it may seem like I'm zoned out or whatever, I'm always paying attention. And I wanted to say that because that moment right there of knowing he was about to say that, now it makes sense why you also commented on my video, Swag, saying that this part is like close to your like some of your favorite, like this other half of the video. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. But I remember someone saying a comment like, did I genuinely miss or misunderstand what Swag was saying in one of the tiers? Now, I want to say this. I could completely miss things at times. It's a lot of content to consume in a short amount of time. And it's like, I also don't want to go back too much to clarify. So sometimes to just give you a very raw recording of the video, I just will keep going. And if I miss something, I miss it. I'm not trying to be hyper vigilant on everything because I normally am like that in person. I was an overthinker, super hyper vigilant. But I wanted to say this because catching that was about to come made me think about how usually I don't miss things, but I remember somebody in the comments being so fucking hurt that like, did I genuinely miss how Swigwin explained something, or like, am I just doing that for the video? I don't know. I probably did miss something he explained in one of the things, or I may have interpreted it wrong, I guess. But I hope at least the people who do watch me understand that, yo, I am paying attention. It's just a lot to watch. And sit there and then like also think about how to transform it, because usually I just flow when I transform, but I never want to just be uploading just someone's video. I always made that a point to do this type of content because I love commentating over things. Like I genuinely have an interest in it and genuinely like people sharing with me the same things they love and exploring and learning new things. That's why I embarked on all of this, doing like YouTube. But I knew that reactions were a fucking hated thing, so I knew what I was already coming into. But yeah, so I remember someone getting upset, but that right there was an example of like, I was already ahead of the game and knew it was coming. I just kind of be seeming like I'm out here because my fucking brain is cosmically large now. No, I'm sorry. Had to explain that. I had to get it off my chest. I don't know if I said it in another video, but I wanted to get it off now. Like, I'm paying attention. Some of the times I just be saying shit out of my ass, just literally, just fucking cause the fucking iceberg makes me feel like I'm losing my mind. There's like 8 fuckings right there. Dude, it's so crazy you were a part of this though.
Was a part of, if you can believe it.
Crazy.
I found a channel called Galio Gerpson while scrolling through the Sky Does Minecraft comment section, and initially, I was pissed. Why would someone make fun of my favorite YouTuber who has done no wrong and certainly will never do anything wrong in the future either? And why are all their videos so poor?
Was that foreshadowing? Has Sky Does Minecraft? I'm looking it up right now. Sky Does Minecraft controversy. Actually, wasn't it? Wait. Was it on the iceberg? Didn't something come up about him or no? It's been one of the most talked about topics. I don't know. I can't search this up right now. Let's just finish the video. Did he do something? And I don't remember from the iceberg. I thought he was already on here for something, but
poorly made. And then I kind of explored further, and I think that's where my concept of trolling and irony posting truly developed. I was quite literally 12 years old at the time. It was one of the earliest online friend groups I was really a part of. I was even in a couple of Skype groups with some members of the Spudroosi Army, and that Galio Gerpson guy is still someone I talk to from time to time. I actually discussed some of this stuff with him while writing the script for this last segment, and it seems like I remember his videos way more than he does. I kept asking for specific details for videos he made, and he asked me why I didn't remember any of them. You might be shocked to learn that the name Swegwin actually comes from this group.
Yo, that is so cool, bro. That is so fucking cool. Swag it. Nowadays, the term is often used as a satirical manner to parody and mock its usage. However, this is not always the case. A notable variant is swag, which is primarily used by beef jerky person.
Swag is a meme they would toss around as kind of a parody of swag, and then I combined it with Penguin because I created it when we were fucking around on Club Penguin one day. So Swag Penguin, Swagwin. Honestly, revealing that backstory might make the name a little less cool, but I never thought I'd get to reveal the origin of my username in a YouTube Iceberg video and have it actually be relevant. The Spudroosi Army has long since been disbanded. Archives that exist are few and far between, and most people involved seem to look back on it with cringe and disgust. Which I guess is kind of fair. I mean, they are really just bad videos.
Oh yeah! That is probably one of the coolest lore drops in this whole iceberg right now. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. MLG super duper ravioli eater. I'm so sorry for this.
Intentionally so, but still. I could be wrong about
I'm sure those of you who are watching me watch this have already watched it, so I can't even say, like, I'm sorry for this. This is crazy. But whoever's just watching this along with me, oh my gosh, I'm sorry for having to witness that with you. At least we weren't alone.
This, but no one involved had to have been over the age of, like, 17, and that's being very generous. Even the Spudroosi Army fandom wiki now only exists in the form of this long XML file with no style or formatting. I'm kind of surprised it existed in the first place, especially since the last time it was updated was shockingly 2020, far after the whole friend group fell apart. I guess someone just was really bored in quarantine, and, you know, judging from how this is written, I can tell exactly who it was. I'm not going to say their name, obviously, but it's a friend I lost contact with a long time ago. I don't actually know where they are now or what they're doing, but I can only hope that they're alright after all this time. Who knows, maybe this series will randomly pop into their feed one day and they'll remember the name Swegwin. Hey, I wonder how many times... Oh. Yeah, that's fair. If this person is, by some stroke of luck, watching this very video, hi. Please message me on Twitter or something. I'd love to catch up. Yeah, that's the Spudroosi Army. Honestly, I think this goes to show you that whenever you see something really weird like this on the internet, you always have to consider the option that it could just be a bunch of Discord or Skype friends fucking around.
Yeah.
It's always more likely than you would think.
Yeah. And that is tier 10 1 down, man. We're getting closer.
That's about it for part 1 of tier 10 of the massive YouTube iceberg. I apologize for how long this video took to come out. I was out of the country for the majority of August, and that kind of killed my momentum a little bit, but Swag Bros, we're back. This is definitely the longest script I've ever written for one of these. I'm still enjoying making these videos, but honestly, at this point, I'm just excited to be done with this series, and I'm excited to show you guys the plans I have for this channel after all is said and done. Thank you to my Ko-fi supporters, you guys are awesome, and thank you to everyone else for watching. I'll see you all next time when we finish up tier 10.
Well, guys, that was a really, really, really good, like, tier. I think this is probably one of my favorite, like, tiers, hands down. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the comments. Yes, people say Sweglin lore? Hell yeah, my guy. Dude, I love that. I'm still reading, so if I seem like disconnected for a second. Yeah, man, this is cool. This was cool. I love that we got Swegwin lore. That's like one of the coolest things about this part of the video, was seeing that at the end. That's what I mean about like how cool this iceberg has been, dude. It's just wild because it took me down trips of nostalgia, and also like this wild, like, I don't know, it's just this wild ride of like reminiscing, also learning about wild stuff and wild communities I didn't know existed. Also like cool little different communities that exist. I mean, the wild and weird ones are like cool too, but then there's some real shit out there that's like, I can't believe this is the duality of nature, huh? Good and evil. This iceberg will teach you about good and evil real quick. But yeah, man, Potted, Swegwin, again, thank you for having me on board with this, or like, well, you know, Swag mostly for like allowing me to watch your videos that you edit together. Elephant, again, for emailing me this. Yeah, guys, we keep going. We keep going. We're almost there. It's almost the end. I'm gonna be sad when it's over though, because then I always wonder to myself, what's the next venture? But this has definitely been a cool thing to just tune into, like, you know, every so often when I'm not thinking about different other videos. I'm like, oh, I have this to do, and people want to see these videos, so let's get it out and let's hear about all the craziness that's on the tier. I also tell my peers in person about the iceberg, and I'm like, yo, you might like want to go check this iceberg out. It's pretty crazy. I'd be like, yo, I'm watching this iceberg, and this guy made it, Swegwin. This other dude fucking compiled it. You gotta check it out. It kind of covers, like, if you're like, you've been around since the origin. I think I told somebody who was like 30 years old or something that like they've been around since like Minecraft beta, just about it. But yeah, I'm trying to sum it up and end the video so I don't yap forever. Anyways, I will always be an appreciation for everyone who checks out the video, even views it. Maybe the ghost people who don't comment, whatever, it's all cool. I'm just glad you guys are enjoying watching along, because I am a fucking entity, if I do say so myself, that watches this shit. I might be on the SCP list. Alrighty guys, I'll see y'all. Peace.